Everybody, yes, Charles Harper. I got a question yesterday, and it was about whether or not someone should, take someone up on their offer to have their PLR sales letter installed and build out the site. And I sent a number of questions back to that person before I answered. Um, because the answer is just not going to always be automatically yes, you should get it, make some changes to it and install it instantly. And here's the reason. One of the things that all of us have to really be doing is really trying to build, the right kind of list and the right kind of audience. And then we know who that audience is. That's how we want to tailor the sales copy, even if we want to use it as is. All of us in this business, we are operating basically, under, the assumption that direct response, copywriting is always going to be appropriate. And I'm just going to just step right out there and say that in some cases, you're not even using direct response. If you notice, if you've ever been on a webinar or a sales webinar, sometimes you don't even go to a sales page. Right after, someone has really made the case and they spelled out the benefits to you, they will send you to a link that's directly to the checkout page. And that's really because it really depends on your sales process. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to make the sale and then slow somebody down by sending them to a sales page. And so you need to understand what's on that sales page. Is it appropriate for your audience? Do you even need a sales page in order to make the sale? We've been talking about the fact, in Ultimate Insiders that you really want to be doing, lots of weekly workshops and lots of really doing some of the sales process in your teaching, in your education, so that by the time that person, is ready and they understand the need for it. I mean, in some cases, you might even be able to send them direct to the sales page. So what I will say to you is that if you are sending people to a case where um, that person is going to need that kind of sales copy to make the sale, then yes, it's going to be appropriate. It's going to be right. It's going to make sense. And, maybe you'll make some modifications to it. But I would not be quick always to, necessarily put a sales page up if it doesn't speak to your audience, if it doesn't speak to, your subscriber list, if it doesn't even speak to you, then you have to be, you got to be judicious or wise about whether or not you're going to use it as is, or even if you're going to make changes. So just give, the sales copy that you get some thought. Give the thought to it as to whether or not you need a sales video. And like I said, in some cases, what you may want to do is you may want to have a checkout page that has the benefits, and you're going to sell that off your workshop because that person is already ready, right? You've already given them all the benefits. You don't want to slow them down. So just something to think about here today. And I will talk to you tomorrow. I'm just going to look down here and end the stream.